Lingering snowflakes from earlier today pushing off to the east. There's been some big-time severe weather well down to our south and east. We are removed from that activity for tonight. One night after severe weather rumbling its way through the southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Our temperatures are back to kind of a wintry vibe into the middle 30s and continually dropping as we now have clear skies overhead. We'll go ahead and take a look outside and highlight the conditions over Albert Lee. Our temperatures tonight again back into the 20s. While we're clear tonight, the clouds quickly return for tomorrow. That's not really the focal point, though, of Thursday's forecast. We'll talk about it coming your way.
News everywhere right now.
Tonight at 10, 24 hours after the storm, this is the aftermath. The National Weather Service confirming at least 7 tornadoes ripped through the region. Plus, communities picking up the pieces after businesses and homes were destroyed. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds declaring disaster proclamation for 7 counties impacted by storms. And
my ears, they popped and I could hear it sounded like a freight train. And I don't say that too lightly, but it was frightening.
communities shaken up. Tonight, dozens of families are without homes after a tornado ripped through their town. Good evening and thank you for choosing ABC 6
Where's
News.
the thing?
I'm Laura Lee. It was this time last night we had wall-to-wall coverage of severe weather. The National Weather Service confirming an EF2 tornado hit the small town of Teope last night, resulting in damage and injuries. ABC 6 News reporter Emily Pofall has been tracking the damage all day with people who are in the path of the storm.
Shocked, dumbfounded is probably going to sum it up.
Decimated homes, roofs, and entire rooms gone. Fallen trees and downed power lines. The town of Teope hit hard by storms on Tuesday night. Sean Humphrey says he saw a tornado moments before it hit his house.
My ears, they popped and I could hear it sounded like a freight train. And I don't say that too lightly, but it was frightening.
A town of about 60 people. They're relying on their neighbors to help recover.
That's the kind of community we are. They just help out no matter what.
Even if they don't know you, they're calling, offering to help. We're fortunate to live in a small area, I guess.
Most were safe in their basements as high winds tore through their homes. Others are injured from their crumbling structure.
When we got our call last night, we didn't know what to expect. We just knew they were trapped. They called for help.
Barb Castle's son and his girlfriend were trapped in their basement after the house's foundation fell on them. While they both had to go to the hospital for their injuries, Barb feels lucky they survived.
I'm very thankful. We're all in this together.
This building, recently renovated to be the town hall, now residents say is a lost cause. Ted Kiefer lost his grain bins. He says it's still too early to tell how much this damage will hurt his business.
It's going to be a rebuilding process.
As for surrounding communities, what can they do to help?
Pray. That's all I think they can do.
In Teope, Emily Popal, ABC 6 News.
Pray for the
Emily,
day.
thank you. Now the National Weather Service will remain in southeast Minnesota to assess the damage. Surrounding communities are coming together tonight to help with recovery efforts in Teope. According to the Adams American Legion Post 146, they're collecting gift cards, cleaning supplies, and storage units for families. You can drop off donations at the Legion on Saturday starting at 4 p.m. Donations are also being collected at the Little Cedar Church in Adams from 9 to 4 Monday through Friday.
Why don't?
Monetary donations are being accepted at United Farmers State Bank. All of these details can be found on our website. Highway 56 in Mower County is reopened to traffic tonight after it was closed for more than 12 hours. The tornado knocked down power lines across the state highway in Teope. According to MnDOT, utility crews work to reestablish the power line connections in that area. In Spring Valley, a confirmed EF1 tornado causing extensive damage to that town. One man in town tells us he wasn't expecting Tuesday night's storm warning to be as severe as it was. Around 11 o'clock, he says he heard the tree start to break in his front yard. Branches fell and hit his vehicle as well as his RV.
I felt like my window was full 55-inch screen TV, and I'm watching.
Oh, we don't need to record.
You have that bad. I saw my.
You have recorder? Yeah.
Garbage cans like
Just sit down, honey.
Don't
He
record
says
me.
his neighbors have been working all day to clear debris from the roads. Well, today, Governor Kim Reynolds issued a disaster proclamation for 7 counties in response to the severe weather, including Cerro Gordo, Hancock, Mitchell, and Worth counties. The proclamation allows 7 resources, or state resources rather, to be utilized to respond and recover from the impacts of the storms. You can find applications for grants and forms to submit a claim at KAALTV.com. One of the communities in Cerro Gordo County hit hard by a tornado last night was Mason City. Take a look. This is video of what's left of the Barnhart building on the south side of town. It lost its roof during that tornado storm. No official word yet on the estimate or damage or how long it will take before the building is back up and running.
Just have never seen anything like this in my life. It was probably 10 times worse than I thought it was gonna be. I didn't even know that half of this building was completely gone. There was a big RV camper next door that had blown into and it's now on our property.
Security self-storage also sustained damage. Several units had its roofs ripped off and almost all of them had their doors blown in. There is also significant damage in Freeborn County. This is video that was just east of Glenville at a family-run grain elevator. As you can see there, mangled metal and debris all over the place. Luckily, no one was hurt. And as 14-year-old Caden tells us, it was a very scary experience.
It went on for about 15 seconds, and then it was very intense.
Jesus Christ,
very
look at
windy.
the vents. Holy shit.
And it was like, sounded like the windows were rattling and stuff.
Oh.
This is video of the neighbor's house across the street. That family, listen to this, lost their roof back in the December tornado, and that same thing happened again last night. After all of the severe storms our viewing area had last night and into the morning, it is important to remember how to be safe during these times of severe weather and how to spot and report severe weather. The National Weather Service held a storm spotter training tonight for both law enforcement and the public to learn about how to report storms and, of course, how to stay safe while storm spotting.
Weather never stops. That's why the National Weather Service emphasizes the importance of storm spotters, or people who are trained to observe and report severe weather.
They help us overcome some of the limitations of technology and give us important ground truth information, what exactly is happening at ground level. Technology can't always tell us that.
The storm spotters add credibility to the warnings that the National Weather Service sends out in times of severe weather. Over 70 people were trained on Wednesday on how to identify certain storm features like clouds with thunderstorms and tornadoes. There was lots of interest from local law enforcement, fire departments, and weather enthusiasts like Colby Jensen. He came to the training session on Wednesday so he could learn more about severe weather and what to report and what not to report.
People can understand that this is nothing to mess with. You gotta take it seriously. It's nothing you have to joke around with.
Events like the severe weather our region saw Tuesday night into Wednesday morning emphasize how important it is to have storm spotters.
Always pay attention to the forecast and always have multiple means to get warning information.
Although we are currently going into the peak of severe weather season, severe weather can happen at any time. We saw it last year on December 15th.
One of the things that we cover in our storm spotter training is also just general thunderstorm safety, severe weather safety, that really everybody needs to know.
After the 2-hour storm spotter training session, you are considered an official trained spotter.
Again, that was Mackenzie Davis reporting for us there tonight. This is one of many sessions that is being put on by the NWS Lacrosse this spring all across Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. This training